So it's USC Upstate against Furman. USC Upstate in the gray uniforms and Furman in the road purple. It'll be Josh Aldrich jumping in the center circle for Upstate, and for Furman, Jalen Slauson will do the same.
An interesting game for both teams, Brock. There's two campuses only about 30 minutes apart. USC Upstate looks ready to go. We're really energetic in warm-ups today.
And Furman claims the opening possession of the game, a team that is 3-2 on the year, but coming off a 77-66 loss to Navy last Sunday, trying to regroup and get back on the winning track here this afternoon as Bothwell takes his first shot, rimming out, offensive rebound by Foster.
Foster making the start today, his first of the season, and for plays like that.
Slauson hits a three. He scores the first points of the game, his fifth three-pointer of the year, and Furman strikes first.
And that's Marcus Foster, an extra effort play, does winning things when he's on the floor. Reminds me a little bit of a smaller version of Matthew Cleveland, who plays at Florida State right now. Just does all the right things for your basketball team.
USC Upstate 2-3, coming off a big road win on Tuesday, winning at South Carolina State 82-78 as Bryson Mozone goes inside. Offensive rebound, and the putback is good by Aldrich.
Nice job by Aldrich, rooting his guy in. Upstate's going to have to come up with a lot of plays like that because Furman is so skilled. And if they shoot the ball well from the perimeter, all the hustle plays has to go Furman's way.
In the corner, shot for three goes in by Alex Hunter. He is shooting, Terrence, 52% from three-point range this season.
He's been sensational all year long. He's had some really explosive nights. And when you shoot it as well as you do and you have that senior leadership, not just senior leadership, but fifth-year senior leadership, Alex Hunter taking advantage of his extra COVID year.
Here's Gainey, one of the newcomers on this team for Upstate. Goodlow backing his way inside, goes up strong, shot blocked by Bothwell and taken by Hunter for the Paladins. Slauson thought about the three, hit one to begin the game for his first points. Cross courts it. Garrison inside to Foster, count the basket and one. Marcus Foster will go to the line for a three-point opportunity.
And that's all because Jalen Slauson commands so much attention in the post. He saw a switch with Jalen Brazil, who's undersized. He skips the ball, creates closeouts. Furman doing a nice job making decisions, and now as a result, Marcus Foster gets an and-one opportunity.
He averages 5 points a game along with 4 rebounds, had 2 points on Sunday in the loss against Navy. 80% free throw shooter, misses that first one. And the rebound by Upstate. Down by 6, trying to fight its way back on offense here on this possession.
See Coach Dickerson stressing to his team to push the ball as soon as they get it in. They're going to have to play in a lot of transition in order to create extra opportunities for themselves. Upstate has excellent athleticism.
And there's a basket inside by Josh Aldrich. He's 2 for 2 from the floor. He has all 4 Upstate points. Furman by 4. Slauson, the feed inside to Hunter, tight ropes the baseline and finds Bothwell, goes strong into the paint and draws the contact and the foul. Blocking foul called on Mista Goodlow for Upstate, and that's his first.
And Goodlow doing a nice job trying to get over and take the charge, but I think he was within the circle, Brock, and obviously that's going to result in a blocking call. Bothwell, though, struggled last game, only 3 of 12 from the field when they played against Navy at home, looking to be aggressive here early. A big-time scorer and really extending his range out beyond the three-point line at a higher rate this season.
Yeah, Coach Bob Ritchie says that Bothwell's been incredible this year. He can score effectively at all 3 levels, has a lot of energy, and he says he's been pleased with his development as a player over the years here at Furman. Goes 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Well, he stayed in the gym all summer. That was one thing that Coach Bob Ritchie stressed to us, was when he knew he was coming back for his senior season, he put in the necessary work to really get his body in shape.
That's his first 2 points of the game, and Furman's lead is back up to 6. And a steal by Bothwell, trying to beat Brazil down the lane. Euro step, and the shot is wedged in between the rim of the backboard.
That was a great hustle play. I don't know if we can see replays or not, but that was a great hustle play. Was that Nick Alves who went up there and got it?
They call goaltending.
Oh, really? It was a goal. It was goaltending. Yeah. That was awfully close, but nice hustle by Alves to get back and try to stay in the play.
So they call goaltending. Basket to Bothwell. His first basket, his 4th point. And it's Furman in the lead by 8 in the early going.
And Furman does such a nice job playing their gaps defensively. Jalen Brazil, the freshman, I don't think he's getting subbed out right now, but they're giving USC Upstate a lot of stress with their ball pressure, and they're staying up in the passing lanes, and it's making it difficult for the Spartans to reverse the basketball.
Quentin Hodge in the game, number 1, just inbounded the basketball for Upstate for his first minutes of the game. Upstate down 8 early on, 12-4. Gainey, Aldrich, the floater, beats the shot clock, missing the shot. And the rebound by Conley Garrison for Furman as the Paladins want to run. Foster, contact, no call. Garrison missing the 3. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Foster offensively for Furman.
And there he is again, redshirt sophomore. Alex Hunter, though, decides, let me clean this up. But that's just another winning play by Marcus Foster. It results in the 3. Excellent job by the redshirt sophomore.
His second 3 of the game. Again, he's shooting 52% from downtown this year. Timeout taken, 16:08 to go in the first, and it's all Furman early on. The head coach of USC Upstate is Dave Dickerson in his 4th season, and he sat out last year, coached remotely, self-isolated due to the COVID-19 pandemic. He has a family member, his wife, who has an underlying medical condition, so he coached remotely during practices and watched his teams from his office during the games. He says he is so excited to be back with his team in close quarters, on the buses, in the locker rooms, at practices. As a new lease on life, he says.
Absolutely, and he grew up in the state of South Carolina, played in Maryland under Lefty Drizel, a veteran coach that's held pretty much every position in the business, Brock, and he brings a certain toughness and energy to this Upstate program.
Here's Mozone. He's been quiet so far, scoreless through the first 4+ minutes of this game. They go inside to Kydarius Smith. Missing the left-handed bank, and the rebound by Garrett Heen, the sophomore for Furman, into the hands of Slauson.
That's what makes Furman so dangerous. They have so many guys that can get a rebound and take off with it in transition. It's seldom that they have less than 4 guys that can take off and initiate the break on their own.
Heen at the top, that's a 3. Missing strong, rebound, out of bounds, stays with the Paladins.
Hustle plays. It's been hustle plays so far, Brock. Furman does a nice job crashing the glass. They have some bigger bodies. Upstate, get your butt on somebody. Push them out of the lane, get a rebound.
Slauson against Mozone. Draws the double, goes up anyway, and scores a 2.
Slauson's a big-time athlete. A good friend of mine, Coach Steve Prohm, who was the Iowa State coach last year, came and watched Coach Ritchie practice. He said, man, I don't know for sure, but I think Furman might have a pro on their roster, and that man's name is Jalen Slauson. Very talented, good size, good steal by Furman.
Second turnover on Upstate. Here's Hunter in rhythm of 3. He's 2 for 3 now from downtown here tonight, and out of bounds to Upstate. So, Terrence, what do you like of what you've seen so far from the visitors from Furman?
Well, they're just creating extra plays, and whenever they're getting a defensive rebound, they're taking off in transition and hitting the right guy. The ball is moving at a crisp pace, and Upstate just got to take care of the little things right now. Make sharp passes, finish possessions on the defensive end, because their first shot defense, Brock, has been pretty good.
Hodge on the baseline, and he stepped out of bounds. 3 turnovers on USC Upstate in this game.
Furman just has such good length. You know, not the tallest teams, but got long arms. The guy that doesn't really have long arms is Conley Garrison, a grad transfer from Drury University, Division II school, but he plays so well position-wise that he kind of makes up for it. But Upstate showing a little bit of 2-3 zone here, trying to throw off Furman's rhythm.
Hunter behind the screen, that's a 3, and that's good again by Alex Hunter, his 3rd 3 in 4 tries here tonight.
Man, it's so tough. Furman shoots the ball so well, and you try to mix things up as Mozone fires away.
And he hits a 3, his first shot goes in, his first points of the game, a 3, and the lead is now down to 13.
Back to man-to-man pressure. That got out of the zone real quick.
This Furman team, the preseason second-place pick in the SoCon, according to the votes earlier this fall. As Heen goes inside, shot blocked away by the Spartans. Loose ball. Smith dives for it into the hands of Garrison. Now to Heen. Hunter, wide open, a three again. And that's good again by Alex Hunter. 4 threes in the first half. He has 12 points.
Oh, he's been excellent so far. We haven't even hit the second media timeout, and he's got 3 threes, excuse me. Tough call, but you got to give Dalvin White a little bit of credit. Their guys are struggling offensively. He's trying to push the pace a little bit, create some help situations, but nice job drawing the foul. Furman's just an offensive machine. I don't know how to say it any differently than that. They rank towards the top in their league in about every category. It's just they move the ball so it's such a good pace. It makes it hard to rotate. Big time shot.
Dalvin White makes the free throw. Coming off the bench here tonight, Coach Dickerson has said typically Dalvin White starts out the seasons slowly and really turns it on in January and February. And he said before the game today he needs to see Dalvin White play with more consistency and bring this team a little spark here off the bench.
We talked about it before the game, Brock. You and I did a game for USC Upstate last year, and he kind of got loose, hit 6 threes. Dickerson's going to need that kind of output today in order for Upstate to compete.
Bothwell, one-on-one against Hodge, drives inside. He lost it off his knee out of bounds. First turnover on Furman. So Terrence, USC Upstate struggling from the field against this Furman defense. What do you need to see here from Upstate?
Well, a good defensive effort. Excellent by Quentin Hodge. He's guarding a high-level scorer, and Mike Bothwell does a nice job with active hands as Dalvin White has taken over the momentum of this game, attacking the rim, forcing the action, making things happen. Furman's done a nice job of getting out in the passing lanes and disrupting their offense. So what does Coach Dickerson do? Sets a high ball screen. Say, hey, we need our senior guard to make something happen today. Nice job initiating the offense. Quentin Hodge does a nice job. He's got good length, stands about 6'5". Sumter, South Carolina native. He's got his hands full. Bothwell can really score it, but if anybody has the tools to stay in front of him, it's Quentin Hodge.
So Dalvin White, 3 of 3 at the line. He has 3 points, had 8 points, 3 assists on Tuesday in the big road win at South Carolina State. That was a game in which the Spartans out-rebounded South Carolina State 42-26 and had 17 offensive rebounds in that game.
Big win. South Carolina State's got some good players. They're long, they're athletic. To get a win on the road's a huge confidence boost.
Heen, nice slip inside to Williams, clobbered on the shot. He's fouled by Aldrich, his first, and Alex Williams, the freshman, he'll head to the line and shoot 2.
They called it travel, Brock. They called it travel. Got happy feet on the ball fake. Nice job trying to recover by USC Upstate, but we didn't talk about this a whole lot. Garrett Heen has started the games prior to today, comes off the bench today, but what makes him so valuable at the 5 position is his passing ability, and you saw it on that previous possession.
Here's
nice
Gainey,
offense.
Catch and shoot 3, and it goes in for Jordan Gainey. He is shooting 57% from three-point range this year, his first points of the night.
What a terrific get by USC Upstate. Gainey's really talented. His son of a coach, his dad's an assistant coach at the University of Tennessee. That, correct me if I'm wrong, there's another Big South opponent. Oh, goodness.
Garrett Heen drives into the basket. He scores the hoop and 1. He'll head to the line for a 3-point opportunity.
Furman catches the ball with purpose every time they catch the ball.
Timeout taken. 11:59 to go in the first, and Furman's lead is 11 here on ESPN+. Back here in Spartanburg, the head coach of Furman is Bob Ritchie in his 5th season, former assistant coach with this program. Prior to that, an assistant coach at Charleston Southern. Had a great run there, 3 seasons in a row of 23 wins or more in a season, and he says he likes the potential of how good this team can be this year. He says if this team plays as hard and as capable as it can, it has a chance to really be good. It has a chance to be a good shot-making team, and so far his team has made a lot of shots here tonight.
Well, he coaches offense at a really high level, and 89 wins through his 5 seasons so far is just proof of how he gets his teams to play. There's an element of toughness, but there's a lot of skill with this Furman Paladins team.
Garrett Heen at the line completes the three-point play. Furman 3 of 4 at the stripe, and Furman in the lead by 12, 26-14. Here's White trying to create, skips it over to Aldrich. And here Langlace inside and scores with the left hand.
Langlace has come alive here in the last 2 games. That was a heck of a set. A lot of false action to get into a little bit of a high ball screen, back screen. Nice job by USC Upstate to convert.
His first 2 points of the game, missing the floater inside is Bothwell, corralled by Mozone for Upstate. Here comes White. Here's Mozone, hit a 3 a few possessions ago. Upstate trying to get him started here in this first half and cut into this deficit. It's a 10-point lead for Furman. Langlace skips it over to Aldrich. Strong drive, lays it in.
That's a great pass by Langlace. Sees the help coming over, hits the opposite 45, and what does that do? Sharp passes.
And Foster nails a 3, his second 3 of the season. He has 5 points.
Nice job by Furman to push the pace after a make, but Upstate, you got to communicate at a better rate.
Here's Aldrich finding Langlace. Hit a nice shot inside a moment ago. Back into the hands of White. White on the drive. Has to hang in the air and he turns it over. 4th turnover on Upstate. Here comes J.P. Pegues and a steal by the Spartans. Good defense by White.
Those are the plays that Upstate are going to have to make in order to get back closer in this ball game. Currently down 11.
Here's White, wearing number 12 this year. Wore number 1 his first 3 years at Upstate, changed to 12 this year. He wore 12 in high school. And his birthday's on the 12th as well, as Mozone hits a 3 again, his second 3 of the game. He has 6, and the lead is down to 8.
Big time shot by Mozone. They set up a play for him towards the end of the shot clock. I was getting worried there wasn't enough time, but great job.
Slauson on the drive. He finds Foster in the corner. Wide open 3 by Pegues. Rebound, fought for, and Aldrich claims the loose ball for Upstate. Gainey slips it inside to Langlace.
Man, how about Upstate coming alive, getting a defensive rebound, and Dickerson's urging his team to push the pace. Excellent skip pass by White and Langlace. He's figured out if I rebound and run the floor, I'm going to find ways to score.
That 12-point lead for Furman is cut in half, down to 6. Here's Heen. Strong drive. Slauson puts it in. 7 points for Jalen Slauson. Coach Ritchie has said he has made tremendous strides in his game from a statistical standpoint this year. As Upstate goes inside, shot missed by Gainey, corralled by Furman. Slauson in rhythm. Rims out that 3. Langlace the rebound for Upstate. And turnover on Upstate, number 5 in the game. Here comes Heen. He got fouled late by Mozone as Heen looked like he couldn't decide whether to dunk it or lay it in.
This has gone nuts. I'm just trying to stay out of your way, Brock. There's so much going on, up and down, a little bit sloppy. But you can see this is what USC Upstate wanted to do. We're going to see the foul come up with Garrett Heen. We thought he was going to try to dunk it. Ends up not doing so. Tries to get up there, just loses the grip. Might have gotten pushed, but he's up shooting his first. He just squeaked out on him. But this is the kind of game that USC Upstate wants. To make it a little bit ugly, a scrappy game, get a board, take off. Furman's playing at their pace right now. If Upstate continues this way, they're going to be able to close the gap.
Heen at the line. Last year played in all 25 games as a freshman, and last year he was so efficient from the field, Terrence. He shot 65% from the field his freshman year.
Wasn't used that much, but he was smart in his shot selection. But he's a good player. 6'9", good passer, can shoot the ball, brings an element of skill to the 5 position.
Here's Goodlow. They feed it inside, and intercepting the pass was Slauson. Turnover number 6 on Upstate, as Furman has a 9-point lead. Slauson Strong drive in the corner. Hunter, that's a three. His 5th three of the game. He has 15 points, and Furman leads it by 12.
It's wild. This isn't him just getting hot. This has been a consistent theme pretty much all year. The fifth-year senior knocking down shots at an alarming rate.
Foul on Slauson.
Shot 52% coming into the game. Now he's 4 for 4. Just going to bump those percentages up even more, Brock.
Timeout taken. 7:51 to go in the first, and Furman on the road leads by 12. Back here in Spartanburg, Furman leads USC Upstate 35-23 here in the first half. Brock Bowling, Terrence Oglesby with you, and Terrence, Alex Hunter, number 10 in purple. He has been red hot from three-point range.
Well, we talked about it during the break. It hasn't been an aberration. He shot it this well all season, over 52% from three. The fifth-year senior, something we haven't talked about either. 5-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio on the year.
On the inbounds play, Gainey missing the three, out of bounds to Furman. Here comes Furman. There's the man with a hot hand, Alex Hunter. 5 threes in the game, 15 of Furman's 35 points so far. Just scoring at a high level here this year as the point guard for this team. Here's Bothwell. Now to Slauson. Slauson, the turnaround goes. Nothing but nets by Jalen Slauson, his 9th point of the game.
And you know that Furman has a lot of faith in Slauson being able to score down there because everybody on the perimeter stayed still. That tells you he knows what reads to make on the offensive end when guys come to double.
Langlace, offensive rebound. Good low, lays it in.
Hey man, there's a direct correlation between Langlace and winning basketball. That's 3 offensive rebounds so far for him. He's done a nice job staying active in the post.
Ball back in Hunter's hands. Slauson faking the three, drives inside, crawls off the rim. Into the hands of Slauson, and rebounded by Langlace.
It's a freshman mistake by Gainey on the other end. Don't try to save the ball underneath your own basket. They got very lucky on that possession.
Langlace goes left hand, missing off the window. He had a career-high 15 points and a career-high 7 rebounds, including 6 offensive boards this week against South Carolina State. Turnover on Furman. It's 4th. Here's Brazil. And he turns it over. Up the floor. All alone is Slauson. Gathers and scores. Jalen Slauson, 11 points in the game. Timeout taken by Dave Dickerson and USC Upstate.
That's something that Jalen Brazil, as he gets older, he's going to realize, hey, I'm going to see guys in front of me. We don't have numbers. Let me pull that basketball out and get a good possession for my team. What happens, he gets stuck in the air, which is typical of a young player to come in there and try to force the action. The older he gets, the more he's going to realize, hey, I can take this ball out. Our offense has been running when we've been able to move the ball.
This Big South broadcast is brought to you in part by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. Visit HerculesTires.com. Ingles, low prices, love the savings. Sumba Rentals, we have equipment for that. And First Citizens Bank, forever first. Brock Bowling, Terrence Oglesby with you, and the rest of our ESPN Plus crew. Right now, 5:56 to go in the first, and Furman leads it by 14, 39-25. Alex Hunter, a game-high 15 points so far on 5 3-point shots having gone in for him here in this first half.
Done a tremendous job of finding his spots and not forcing the issue. But another guy we haven't really talked about who's now on the bench, Jalen Slauson. 11 points here in the early going. Furman just imposing their will on the offensive end.
Gainey in the lane, got it.
Man, he's talented. Went to high school in Tucson, Arizona. Coach's kid, really knows spacing, knows how to play. USC Upstate got a really good one in Gainey.
Yeah, Coach Dickerson said he's a good two-way player for this team, a much-needed player for this team, and how it likes to run offense and defense as well. Heen, backdoor, Garrison, shot blocked and taken away by Aldrich.
Hey, Josh Aldrich is making a lot of winning plays too. We're just going to have to close the gap and find some offense.
Mozone short on the three. Rebound by Foster for Furman. Here's Hunter into the hands of Pegues. The Furman team that went 16-9 last year, 10-5 in the SoCon, beat USC Upstate in Greenville, 91-63. Shot by Foster, rims out, and the rebound by Aldrich. Gainey, stuck in the air, gets it back from Aldrich. They go inside to Smith. Smith against Team, missing off the glass, rebound by Furman.
That's the third one where USC Upstate's made a nice post move. It's just rimmed out on them. They hit those shots. They're down 6 instead of 12. JP Pegues with the ball, just passed it off. A nice freshman right outside of Nashville. Coach Ritchie really high on the young man. Has good quickness, handles the ball well, and I didn't think he went out of bounds, and I have a pretty good angle on it.
And it looked like his elbow was out of bounds right there on the line, but just 7 to shoot for Furman.
Got a replay coming up. Maybe we're going to be able to take a quick look at it. As we have some substitution coming in. Well, he got a little late there. I guess he did land out of bounds.
7 to shoot for Furman. Mike Bothwell inbound for the Paladins, clad in purple. They go inside to Jalen Slauson. Shot clock at 3. Garrison to the paint. Lays it in, and he's fouled. He'll head to the line for 1.
Hey, man, Garrison's a big-time player. Transfers up from Division II Drury University. Does a nice job kind of staying within himself and doing a nice job attacking the rim with very little time left on the shot clock.
Under 4 minutes to go in the first, Furman by 14. Back here in Spartanburg in the first half, 3:56 to go until the break, and Furman on the road leads USC Upstate 41-27. Brock Bowling, Terrence Oglesby with you, and Terrence, what's that shooting percentage for Furman right now?
I mean, it's been tremendous, 55.6, but that's from the field, over 53% from beyond the arc. They have lit it up from outside that white line right there.
So at the line is Conley Garrison, and as Terrence said before the break, Division II transfer from Drury University, and Coach Bob Ritchie says he is a shot maker for this team, one of the toughest guys on this club, and a good rebounder for Furman. He calls him the glue guy for this team.
Was a 3-time All-Great Lakes Valley Conference member. How about that? I look up all the conferences. D1, D2, doesn't matter, Brock.
Yes, sir, you do. Gainey to Goodlow. They go inside to Smith. Tough shot, missing it. High rebound, snagged out of the air by Foster for Furman.
What we're starting to see is USC Upstate is starting to use angles to find some of their offense, but Furman just is so physically strong. We talked about it prior to the game. Furman, they just have big, strong bodies. They're
Slauson hits another 3 for Furman, his second 3 of the game, and the threes are flying here for Furman. 45 points already, and still 3 minutes to go here in the half.
And Furman's strength coach has just done a nice job, because now USC Upstate, they're driving to the basket, but they're just bouncing off.
Mozone draws the contact, no call, banks it in. They play on. He has his 8th point of the game. Slauson nearly threw it away, run down by Hunter. Puts up another 3. A rare miss in this game for Hunter. Rebound Upstate. And a pass that is kicked away out of bounds off of Kyra Smith, the 8th turnover of the game by Upstate.
It's crazy. USC Upstate's, they're down 16, but it seems like they're right there. They're just shooting themselves in the foot, whether it be a kickball, missed layups. Their play on the defensive end has been enough. I mean, they've given up 45 points. I don't want to say too much, but they've just kind of done it to themselves on the offensive end. And as a result, Furman can take off in transition.
Bothwell, that's a 3. Rebound snagged by Mozone. Trying to get something going here for Upstate in the final 2 minutes of this half. Brazil Hodge puts in a three.
And that's what Jalen Brazil can do, man. He's got such good quickness with the ball in his hands. If he's able to get into the middle and draw help, he is a really smart passer as well.
Second three of the season for Hodge, his first points of the game, and Upstate trims the lead down to 13. Backdoor pass, inside Hunter, lays it in, and the beautiful assist by Slauson.
They just move the ball so well, and it's happening with such great pace. Whenever that ball moves around a perimeter from side to side, I don't care if it's Upstate, I don't care if it's Duke, it's hard to defend.
Shot clock inside of 10, shot for three. Rimming in and out by Upstate. Langlace keeps it alive, and a foul down low on the rebound. It's on Furman.
Upstate starting to move the ball at a higher rate. It looks really good on offense. They're going to have to finish some of these possessions, but Furman defensively moves so well with the ball, and there's always pressure on the ball. There's nothing easy when you're playing against a team in purple.
Mozone against Foster.
And Foster's so physically strong.
Hodge in the lane, shot partially blocked, taken away by Furman. Here's Slauson running the break for the Dins. Hunter spots up another three. That's good again by Alex Hunter, his sixth three of the game. He averages 14 points a game this season. He has 20 points in the first half.
My man is cooking in the Eddie and Ann Payne arena.
He is red hot from outside the arc here today. Mozone, tough step back. Rebound Slauson. Shot clock turned off, and Furman can hold for the last shot if it wants to here in the first half.
It looks like that's what they're going to do. Expect some elbow action with Slauson at the high post. And here it is. Here's the action happening. Get it to your best player's hands. Make a decision. And now you have an isolation situation.
5 seconds to go. Slauson. Turn around, jumper goes for Slauson to beat the buzzer. Jalen Slauson, 16 first half points. Alex Hunter, 20 first half points. They have 36 of the team's 52 first half points.
Jalen Slauson's terrific. Alex Hunter, when he's shooting it like this, obviously he's terrific, but Jalen Slauson has NBA potential, Brock. And if he's able to make isolation moves like that, he's big time.
Halftime is here. It's Furman 52 and USC Upstate 32. This is ESPN Plus College Basketball. Back after this. Bob Ritchie's alma mater back on opening night on November the 9th. Beat North Greenville that night 118-66. We talked about the win at Louisville. This team lost at Belmont in a close game in overtime by 6. Won versus Radford easily by 17. And then a tough loss against Navy on Sunday. Talked to Bob Ritchie before the game. He said his team just didn't have the same defensive intensity in that second half. Gave up 13 layups in the second half and ultimately lost by 11. Start of the second half, Upstate has the ball first, and here we go. Upstate with some work to do, down 20.
Upstate's going to have to show a little bit more resolve on the defensive end. Furman's done pretty much whatever they want.
Here's Aldrich. The Gainey's hands. And the floater goes in for Jordan Gainey. His third basket, his 7th point.
Man, that's a talented young man. He's still figuring out when the angles present themselves. But the most part, he's done a nice job. He's got a scorer's mentality. He's always looking to attack off the catch. I really like this young man.
Bothwell, nice feed to Foster. Shot blocked, got it back. Garrison, Foster inside, score the basket and one for Marcus Foster. He has 7 points. He'll go to the line for one.
Just so physically strong. Gets there, spins after the offensive rebound, nonetheless. Marcus Foster's got a bright future. I talked to Coach Ritchie about Marcus, and he said, you know, last year he wasn't ready to help us. This year, he's ready to help us win games. And you can see today, offensive rebounds, strong putbacks, knocks down free throws, a good defender. Got a solid future for the Paladins.
He has 8 for the 6'4" redshirt sophomore from Atlanta. Furman by 21. Now by Mr. Goodlow, his third of the game. The correction, it's on the other number 3 for Furman. That's on Mike Bothwell. His first of the game. Foul not on Goodlow. Here's Mozone. Had a good first half. He had 8 points. Shot clock inside of 10. Gainey finds Goodlow with 5. He's doubled. 3 to shoot. Shot for 3 by Gainey is good.
He's just solid, and it just happens for him. Got good size, reads the defense, strong body. Going to be able to put on some more weight as his college career progresses.
Yeah, Coach Dave Dickerson calls him the best perimeter player on this Upstate team as Foster goes inside again. He's in double figures with 10 points, a new career high for Marcus Foster. Shot blocked by Bothwell, taken by the Paladins. Bothwell all the way, rims out on him, can't finish. Fight for the rebound, loose ball tie-up, possession stays with Furman.
And who else but Marcus Foster, number 5 on your screen, doing a nice job just winning plays, Brock. We keep talking about it, just winning plays. It's an under-recruited feature. Upstate needs to do a better job of doing their early work and staying in position. You can't let some of these guys have angles towards the basket, especially when they have a strength advantage.
Slauson, pass deflected, stolen by Upstate. 5th turnover on Furman.
So nice job off the ball, staying alert, staying in a stance, and as a result, you cause a turnover.
Hodge finds Gainey, open 3, good again by Jordan Gainey. His third 3 of the game. He has 13 points, a new career high.
And another shot make.
And Garrison, shot blocked. No, they call a goaltending on Aldrich. Basket counts for Conley Garrison.
That's just a lack of communication. It was a good call. Ball was on its way down. Ref read it correctly. Upstate, you score. We talked about it at halftime, Brock. You score, you better get back and communicate because Furman's going to ram that thing right down your throat.
Gainey on the drive this time. Shot blocked away by Slauson out of bounds. It'll stay with Upstate.
And that's fine. That's a good drive. He's been your go-to so far this half. Nice aggressive take for the freshman. But Jalen Slauson, like we said, NBA-level athlete for Furman. He's going to be able to go up and get some of those.
And the shot goes in by Josh Aldrich. Give him 8.
Coach Dickerson told us Josh Aldrich, probably his smartest player, does a nice job, communicates on defense. A vocal leader. Apparently a good mid-range shooter too, Brock.
Hunter, oh, tough shot. He beat up Upstate in the first half with 3s. He goes inside there for a 2. Here's Jalen Brazil going inside, and the shot altered. Taken by Garrison for Furman. Lays it in.
What a strong move by Conley Garrison. He's only about 6 feet tall. He's listed at 6'1". That's generous. But he's physically strong and a really good athlete. Got off the floor. He got off the floor pretty high there, Brock.
Brazil, that's a deep 3. Left it short. Offensive rebound, Aldrich. And the Spartans will regroup. Brazil, Hodge, open 3. Rims out on him. Rebound, Alvis. And he scores.
Good job by Alvis. He can affect the game with his offensive rebounding and athleticism. He's done that so far here in this half.
Here's Foster. He's had a good second half here. He's had a good game as well overall as he goes into the lane against Aldrich and banks it in.
And that's where the physical difference is. Aldrich is doing his best in order to stay in front, but Foster just so much faster.
12 points for Foster. Had just 2 points in the loss on Sunday this past week against Navy. Shot clock inside of 10. Brazil finds Aldrich. 6 to shoot. Brazil with 3 to shoot. Goes inside. Hodge at the shot clock buzzer. No, they wave it off. Shot clock violation on Upstate. And a timeout on the floor. 15-17 to go. It's Furman by 21 on ESPN+. Back here in Spartanburg, the GB Hodge Center, Furman leads USC Upstate by 21, 65-44. Brock Bowling, Terrence Oglesby, and Terrence, we take a look at this Furman team. What's that old saying? The numbers don't lie. And look at the SoCon ranks for Furman this year in those categories, leading the league in all four.
Well, they're so smart with the basketball, and Coach Ritchie, their offense, there's so much movement. They pass the ball so well. You got guys like Garrett Heen. You got guys like Jalen Slauson. Big men who can step out and pass the ball. If your bigs can dribble, pass, or shoot, or all three, you're going to be in good shape. And he functions with a lot of those guys out on the perimeter, and that creates a lot of space for your offense.
Hunter whips it in the corner. Foster's three goes in. 15 points for Marcus Foster. Just keeps adding to his career high in this game.
And that's not really his strength. His strength has been all the other things. But if this young man's able to shoot it at this rate, I mean, it's going to be dangerous for the SoCon because he's a big, strong kid, nice basketball body. He's able to knock down threes. He's going to be a tough cover.
Yeah, he came into this game, Terrence, 1 of 8 on the season from 3. He's made 2 threes in this game alone.
2 for 3. That's kind of misleading on percentages, too, if you think about it. 1 of 8, that's a young guy getting his first action of his college career, or significant action, if you will. He's turned into a nice player so far.
Bothwell on the drive. Shot partially blocked and taken by Aldridge. Here comes White. Alves inside. Tough shot. Got his own board and puts it in.
That's when Upstate is best. They're pushing the tempo and attacking off the catch immediately. Alves, an excellent athlete. He drives to the basket, misses his first, but athletic enough to tip in his own miss.
Yeah, Coach Dave Dickerson says Alves, he's capable of exploding any day now for this team. He has 4 points. The lead, though, is 22 for Furman as we've played 6 minutes here in the second half. The freshman Williams, nice pass to Heen. Shot blocked by Alves, and they play on.
Williams seldom used prior to the game against Radford. Comes in, bangs in 2 threes, but big body kid, nice move by Dalvin White. Big body kid for Furman, freshman. Probably has to get in a little bit better basketball shape, but man, he has been a nice addition so far.
Heen stumbles into the freshman Williams' hands. Here's Hunter. Williams, that's a 3, and that's good for the freshman. Alex Williams, his 4th 3 of the season, his first points of the day. Alves scored the basket and one. He'll head to the line for a potential 3-point play.
Man, Alves has done well here in the second half, being aggressive off the catch. Fakes right, goes left, right down the middle, draws the foul. Good athlete. We're going to see the replay coming up here with Alves being really good attacking off the catch. Catches it there, crosses over. Good athlete, can extend over top. Garrett Heen does a lot of things well. Not a great rim protector. I mean, and Alves is excellent when attacking the basket.
He completes the 3-point play. Upstate 5 of 5 at the line, down 20 here to Furman.
And Upstate's played them solid here in the second half, Brock. Their intensity on the defensive end has picked up. They're not turning over the basketball. They're getting back on defense, and here's another example.
Here's White. All the way and scores. His second basket of the game. He has 8 points, and the lead is down to 18. Williams again. Hits another 3. The freshman knocks down a 3. Coach Ritchie calls him a walking bucket. Might want to call him a walking 3-point bucket.
I'm going to call him the microwave. Gets in, doesn't play in the first half, and just heats right up. Big minutes for the freshman early.
Now Aldridge misfires on that 3. Rebound Williams for Furman. Here's Williams. He's hit 2 threes in this game, both in this half, and turns it over. Number 7 on Furman. Here comes Upstate. Hodge against Hunter. Leans into his body and, can't finish. Went halfway down and came out.
And that's tough. That's the fourth post move like that where they have not been able to convert. And that's hurt them. And they're making nice moves. If you convert those, we're sitting at a different ball game right now because it also slows Furman's transition offense.
Heen against Hodge, and they call a blocking foul on Hodge. That's his first, and we get a timeout. 11:32 to go in this game. It's Furman on the road, leading it by 21 on ESPN+. Furman leads USC Upstate 74-53. And Terrace, you see Dave Dickerson coaching his team, very intense in that huddle in the timeout. And that's one thing he missed last year, not coaching this team. He coached remotely last year, being in tight quarters and being on the floor with his team.
Well, if you're going to play for Coach Dickerson, you're going to be tough. Right, if you're not tough, he's going to force you to be that. A defensive emphasis for him. You're big on the boards, do a nice job sharing the basketball. But, man, you want to talk about toughness. Coach Dickerson personifies toughness.
Mountain Dew knows that fans deserve something that will quench their thirst every day of the week, especially on game day. So no matter where you might be cheering on your team, it's always a good time for a Dew. Mountain Dew, do the Dew.
Love Mountain Dew.
Do you now?
As he gets a foul. Nice effort by Aldrich to try to get in the passing lanes. Got a little too much arm. But this has been the difference between this half and the first half, Brock. USC Upstate doing a much better job playing the passing lanes, forcing the passes further away from the bucket, and not allowing back doors. There's been a different dynamic at which they've been playing this half.
Lawson thought about the three, slips it inside to Heen, and he lost it out of bounds. Turnover on Furman, it's 8.
Got away with a carry, but nice help side defense down the backside by Upstate, or able to force the turnover.
And Marcus Foster back into the game for Furman. He has the hot hand here in the second half. 10 of his 15 coming after the break. He replaces J.P. Pegues. Gainey, quick shoot for three, missing. Rebound by Foster for Furman. Bothwell, been a little quiet today, just 4 points all in the first half.
Good defensive possession if you're Upstate. Guys are swarming to the basketball, doing a nice job staying on help side. Tough shot.
Slauson knocks it in. His first points of the half, give him 18 for the game.
But if you're Coach Dickerson, that's something you live with because positioning was good. That was just a really good athlete finishing over the top. You might not want him to post so low, but at the same time, you got to applaud your effort.
White. Tough pass. Good ball movement. Mo zones. Three. Just rims out. Rebound. Conley Garrison for Furman.
Big time possession. You can see Dickerson on the end, really happy for his guys.
Garrison, quick release on the three. And a weak side rebound by Mozone.
Now's where you got to go. Run your lanes. Get down to that corner, Hodge. If he runs all the way and sprints his butt down to the corner, Gainey has more to work with in transition.
White, tough floater, crawls off. Rebound by Foster for Furman. It's Furman by 23. They lay it inside to Heen. Keeps it alive to Conley Garrison, and Slauson. Blocking foul called on Hodge, and Slauson will head to the line to shoot two.
That's a play that Dalvin White needs to come over and make if you're a senior. You're late over on the side. Oh, no, we have an injury on the floor. Jalen Slauson. I don't know what he injured, but if you're going to take a look at the replay here, while he's on the ground in obvious pain, landed on his knee pretty hard. It didn't look like one of these non-contact injuries. Looked like he banged his knee into the ground. Obviously that hurts, but hopefully the young man's okay. Definitely has a terrific future ahead of him.
And we'll step aside. 9:29 to go. Furman by 23 on ESPN+. So Jalen Slauson goes to the bench after Hurting his knee, Garrett Heen makes 2 free throws. He has 6 points, and the lead is 25 for Furman. Here's Gainey, shot clock at 10 to Alves. Into Brazil's hands, 6 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Alves needs help. Brazil puts up a shot at the shot clock buzzer. It goes in. Oh, what a play by Brazil.
Oh, unbelievable. Great awareness by the freshman with the shot clock off one leg, fading away. Great shot.
That's only his second 3 made all season. Talk about a floating teardrop. That was high in the air and swished it through.
Big time shot. What coaches like about Brazil is that his basketball intelligence. He's not somebody that's going to blow you away with shooting, but he's going to run your squad, get you in your offense, move the basketball, and shot clock awareness was obviously excellent.
And Alves hacked on the arm by Foster, and Nick Alves will head to the line for 2 shots.
Nick Alves has done a nice job being aggressive here in the second half. I think we're going to be able to take a look at it. Number 24. Oh, the floater replay. Excuse me. We're going to talk about Jalen Brazil. Look at this. Sees the shot clock 2-1 off the wrong foot. Nothing but a bucket. That's pretty good.
Just the way they drew it up, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I say this. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Yeah. Big time shot off one leg, nonetheless.
Nick Alves at the line, played 2 years at Eastern Florida State College. Transfers to USC Upstate, makes 1 of 2. He has 8. With 8:15 to go, it's Furman by 21. Here's Hunter in the corner to Foster. He's had a great game. Back to Hunter. That's a 3. Another rare miss for Hunter in this game. Rebound by Brazil. Aldrich inside. Hodge for 2.
Big time possession if you're Upstate. Great pass ahead by Brazil and an unselfish play by the team in general. Finished capped off by Hodge.
Heen whips over to Bothwell. That's a 3, and that's good for Mike Bothwell. His first 3 of the game, only his second basket of the day. He has 7 points.
7 points. Finished last game 1 of 7 or 3 of 12. He's trying to get out of a funk. So you're going to see him be extra aggressive here at the end, last 8 minutes.
Aldrich on the follow, bounces out. Rebound Furman. Hunter, quick release on the 3. Rebound Bothwell. Keeps it alive for the Paladins. Needs help. Here's Heen, open for the 3, way off. Bothwell cleans it up and puts it in.
That's 2 offensive rebounds in a possession. Nice job by Mike Bothwell. You're not hitting shots. Find other ways to be effective. That's what he did. Playing physical down low.
Brazil, Alves scores. All 10 of Alves' points coming in the second half. Loose ball, fought for, tie up. The arrow goes to Upstate. And we get a timeout on the court. 6:33 to go in this second half of play. Furman on the road leads by 22 here on ESPN+. Back here in Spartanburg, South Carolina, Furman leads USC Upstate 83-61. Hercules Tires is the official tire of the Big South Conference, and for over 65 years has been providing tires with unbeatable quality at an unmatched value. Whatever the vehicle and whatever the terrain, Hercules Tires invites you to ride on our strength. For a retailer near you, visit HerculesTires.com. Brock Bowling and Terrence Oglesby with you. 6:33 to go. Furman led by 20 at the break. It leads by 22 with 6:33 to go. Terrence, in what ways is Upstate playing better here in the second half?
Well, the intensity defensively has turned up a notch, and not to mention Nick Alves has come in and given a good boost for Upstate off the bench. 10 points here in the second half, attacking the basket, not forcing the issue, but forcing Furman to guard him on the perimeter.
Langley slays it in, series of moves, and he had to work hard for those points.
He did, but Langlace has been really good when he's gotten the ball down there. Obviously, he needs to finish a little bit better. Missed 2 layups in the first half. But we have an off-the-ball foul. Upstate battling a little bit too much to get through the screens. You want to play physical, but you also don't want to extend your elbows out. They're going to take a look at it. I'm not sure it's necessary, but he tried to get through the screen. I didn't see who the foul was on, Brock. Did you see who the foul was on?
No.
So if we have the ability to get a replay in, the elbow went up a little high. As the officials go to the monitor, we're going to be able to take a look. And he's trying to get through the elbow goes up a little bit high, but I think some of it is Garrett Heen kind of forced the elbow up that direction. So he comes in, might have come a little high with the elbow, but it looked as if, as he tried to get through, Heen extends his arms up and then pushes the elbow towards his face. I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive, but we take a look at the referees, at the officials, at the scores table here. I don't know what these guys. We gotta get Brock Bowling in the picture. We got all these guys over here, the refs. Camera crew here doing a great job capturing the action. We're going to see what the referees decide to say. There he is. Here I am. We'll see what's going to happen.
So they say they were looking for a flagrant foul. They're going to keep it to a common foul.
And that's the right call. Gainey's doing his best to try to battle through screens. I think it was more accidental than anything else. Nonetheless, Furman keeps the ball. Foul will be assessed to Gainey.
That's Gainey's second, and play continues.
And you asked me the biggest difference. Look how hard that Upstate's trying to get through both ball screens and off the ball screens. It's completely different.
Yeah, Heen shot blocked. Taken by Upstate. Here's Alves into the hands of Brazil. Had a shot clock beating fadeaway buzzer beater from 3 earlier in this game. Now gives it over to Alves, and he scores again. Nick Alves playing very well here in the second half.
Done a nice job, and he's just being aggressive with his dribble, getting into the mid-range that time. Hasn't shot many from the perimeter, Brock, but done a nice job kind of finding creases in the defense.
Backdoor pass to Hunter, and he scores.
And that's what makes Heen so valuable playing on the perimeter. He's an excellent passer to backdoor cutters. You can initiate some offense through him. Struggled a little bit whenever you get him in the post, but when he's out on the perimeter, he is a high-level passer.
24 points for Alex Hunter. He had 20 in the first half. A couple of buckets here in the second half. Langlace, Brazil. They swing it over to Gainey. 6 to shoot. Brazil, another 3. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Upstate.
He should have shot it off one leg, Brock. He shoots it off one leg, he makes that shot. Yeah. For those concerned, I'm looking over here at the Furman bench. It looks as if Jalen Slauson's going to be okay. Took a spill about 5 minutes ago of game time.
And Mozone is grabbed and held, and he's fouled.
Upstate's cutting with purpose. We talked about it on offense, or talked about them on defense, how they're embracing some more physicality. They're bumping cutters. Offensively, their cuts have been much more on the crisp side. First half, they were kind of relying on some one-on-one plays. This half, doing a nice job moving without the basketball and running your offense.
Alves creates and banks it in.
He's been good.
Yeah, 14 points all since the halftime break.
He's been good, just been aggressive off the dribble.
Here's Bothwell on the drive and banks it in.
And some might look at that and be like, well, that's a lucky play. He shot it while he was almost falling. That's what he does. He's got really long arms, broad shoulders, strongly built dude.
Langlace, hanging in the air, switching hands, and banks it in.
Man, I really like Langlace. Kind of plays with good position, good footwork, strip on defense.
And we get a timeout on the court. 3:42 to go. Furman leads USC Upstate by 18 here on ESPN+. This Big South broadcast is brought to you in part by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. Visit HerculesTires.com. Ingles, low prices, love the savings. Sunbelt Rentals, we have equipment for that. And First Citizens Bank, forever first. Brock Bowling, Terrence Oglesby, and the rest of our ESPN Plus crew. 3:42 to go in the game, and Furman has led the entire game, leads it 87-69. Scoring 52 points in the first half. Led by 20 at the break and now leads by 18. Upstate playing better here in the second 20 minutes.
Just more attention to detail. I think that's the biggest thing that you can take away. If I'm Coach Dickerson, I'm pretty happy with how my team's played here in the second half. You've won the point battle. Obviously, things changed when Jalen Slauson left the game, but for the most part, they've done a nice job moving the basketball, moving without the ball, being physical on defense. And Alves, who just got fouled, has been terrific.
Yeah, he came in averaging 2 points a game, had no points in just 2 minutes of playing time on Tuesday in the win at South Carolina State. Has 14 points here today, all since the halftime break. Mozone, quick release on the three, and it goes in for Mozone, his third three of the game. He has 11 points.
And when he scores, it's not loud points. It's just kind of in the flow of the offense. He's a knockdown shooter with time and space. I like Mozone. Coach Dickerson talked about his focus going into last offseason, fully bought in to the team. In an era where guys will take off and transfer, the fact that he wanted to stay at Upstate, coming back as one of their leading scorers, says a lot for the program.
Yeah, he said that Bryson Mozone has really been a pleasant surprise this year, really worked on his game. And he said to us this week he's playing for the right reasons and just really focusing on his game, his conditioning. Came back with a purpose this year. Been a pleasant surprise for this team as Gainey goes inside, misses the shot. Rebound by Furman.
The common fan will say, well, what are the right reasons? The right reasons are trying to bring wins to the school that you're playing for. He's been here for 4 years. He wants to make an impact. Upstate struggled over the past few years. I don't think that's a secret to anybody, but continues to play the right way and for the right reasons. You want to be a part of your team, and that's one of the biggest parts about being a culture guy and implementing your culture if you're Dave Dickerson.
Pegues beats the buzzer, missing the shot. Bothwell offensive rebound as we're under 2 minutes to go. Furman, 52 points in the first half. So far, just 25 points in the second half of play. Steal by Upstate. Turnover on Furman, number 11. Mozone, Alves scores.
Don't look now, but this is a 13-point game. Upstate, over the course of the past 10, 12 minutes, has been really good. Aggressive on the ball. Obviously, Furman's going through the motions a little bit, only a minute and a half to play, a little bit less than that, but you got to applaud their effort.
Yeah, 42 points scored by Upstate in the second half. Down 20 at the break, down 13 now as we come up on 1 minute to go. And they don't get the shot off in time. Turnover on Furman, number 12.
Another great defensive possession if you're Upstate, but at the same time, if you're Furman, this is a dead ball turnover. You can set your defense. Only a minute left to play. Spent the entirety of the 30 seconds. Not necessarily the worst thing you could do.
And turnover on Upstate. Back to Furman.
Turnover on Upstate. I wonder why Garrett Heen decided to die for that ball.
Check back in for Upstate, number 1, Clinton Hodge.
You know, hey, look, Brock, Upstate's got pieces. I mean, they're long on the wings. Coach Dickerson talks about that's the best part of his team. They're switchable. Whenever Dalvin White's playing and he's engaged on the defensive end, his offense follows along. You've seen that here in the second half. Pieces are there. Just got to find ways to put it all together.
Heen, open three. Rebound Hodge for Upstate. Shot clock is off, down to 22 seconds. White banks it in for 3.
10-point game, Brock, and it's been all hustle, pushing the ball ahead, good defensive spots. Coach Dickerson obviously happy with his team.
20.5 to go. And we'll keep it right here. 20.5 seconds to go. And Furman's 20-point lead at halftime is trimmed to 10 at 87-77.
See a lot of coaching going on over at the Upstate side. And I'm reading Dickerson's, what he's saying. You play hard and good stuff happens. And that's what's happened here in the second half, Brock. They've done a nice job being physical away from the ball when they're guarding Furman. A lot of, if they're able to move the ball from side to side, they're really difficult to guard. But what Upstate's done here in the second half, they're getting on the passing lanes. They're physical on cuts. They're not letting them. They're guarding the ball at a high level. They're not letting them getting in to pitch out. And Dickerson's happy with his guys. He comes over, he's smiling. I mean, you have to be thrilled. You win the second half against a Furman team that could very well be considered one of the best mid-major teams in the country.
Former coach at Maryland, an assistant coach under Gary Williams, part of a couple of Final Four teams, and helped coach that team to a national championship under Gary Williams in 2002. Led by Juan Dixon. So Coach Dickerson knows what it takes to win at the college level. He came here 3 years ago. He's now in his 4th season. Wanted to change the culture, get back to the winning ways, and slowly but surely this program at Upstate is improving year by year.
Looks like Upstate's going to employ a little bit of a full court 1-2-2, maybe trap, try to get something quick, make this a single-digit game. Furman going 5 small, putting all their best free throw shooters out on the floor.
Garrison inbounds to Williams. Bothwell, 10 seconds to go. Upstate just playing heavy defense, not going to foul. And the Furman Paladins come into the GB Hodge Center and win this one, 87-77. The final. Terrence, your final thoughts?
The second half for USC Upstate, I thought they really embraced the physicality that this game needed. For Furman, so offensively talented. In the first half, their talent just overwhelmed USC Upstate a little bit. Jalen Slauson, before he got hurt, was terrific. And Alex Hunter, man, 6 for 9 from 3, 9 of 13 from the floor, 24 points. He was terrific. Furman moves on, and just a lot of made shots by Furman in the first half.
Furman 87, USC Upstate 77, the final. For Terrence Oglesby and the rest of our crew, Brock Bowling saying good afternoon from Spartanburg. You've been watching Men's College Hoop.